Have you ever noticed how an ad for a specific pair of shoes appears before you've even typed a search for it? We download maps to navigate traffic, check weather apps to plan, and scroll social media to connect, usually without paying a single cent. But those services carry a hidden price tag. Every time we log on, we enter into a silent trade, exchanging our daily digital habits for access to these tools. This silent trade runs on the coordinates of your morning commute, the seconds you spend hovering over a post, and the precise history of every click. This exchange forms the foundation of surveillance capitalism. In this system, human behavior is quantified, packaged, and traded as a primary financial asset. The mechanics of this trade operate quietly beneath the surface of the software, collecting information long after you have agreed to a dense set of terms and conditions. In this invisible market, your daily routines serve as the raw material fueling a multi-billion-dollar industry. To see how this raw material is harvested, look at the device sitting in your pocket. Even when its screen is dark, your smartphone actively maps your position. It constantly pings GPS satellites, scans for nearby Wi-Fi networks, and measures the distance to local cell towers to pinpoint exactly where you are. That information enters a data feedback loop. Activity details are funneled to tech companies to refine algorithms, making services more engaging to attract users. Each cycle produces a massive surplus of behavioral information, vastly more than needed to keep apps running smoothly. This overflow creates a lucrative opportunity for a specific kind of middleman, the data broker. Brokers purchase digital tracking logs, combine them with physical public records, purchase histories, and the remnants of corporate breaches. They bundle this aggregated information and sell it to advertising networks, insurance companies calculating policy risks, corporate recruiters, and law enforcement agencies. Human behavior is successfully commodified into thousands of data points. These digital profiles now actively influence how real-world institutions evaluate, market to, and interact with you. Corporations are willing to spend billions of dollars every year to acquire these behavioral profiles. Economists and researchers, including those at Columbia Business School, have studied exactly how this information functions within corporate finance. They found that behavioral data holds immense value because it directly reduces business risk. When companies know precisely what consumers will do next, they eliminate the financial uncertainty of launching new products or running ad campaigns. This chart shows the cumulative value of data over time. Looking at the steady upward climb between 2015 and 2019, it is clear that as predictive accuracy improves, the financial worth of this information scales dramatically. Governments are trying to regulate this market. European lawmakers passed the GDPR, forcing companies to get explicit opt-in consent before collecting user information. Meanwhile, the California Consumer Privacy Act takes the opposite approach. It allows companies to harvest data by default, forcing consumers to actively opt out. Because comprehensive data eliminates corporate risks so effectively, the financial rewards for extracting it will continually outpace the laws designed to rein it in. The global data economy relies on continuous extraction, but you have the ability to halt the flow and control what you supply to the market. You can actively disrupt the surveillance supply chain by adopting a specific set of tools designed to protect your privacy by default. The first step is to turn off the master location settings at the operating system level on your smartphone. This cuts off the baseline geographic tracking that background apps rely on. Next, replace mainstream browsers and search engines with independent alternatives that do not log your search history, store your clicks, or build a shadow profile of your internet habits. Finally, move your personal communications and files to open-source tools that use end-to-end encryption. This ensures that only you and your intended recipients can read your messages or access your cloud storage. Privacy functions as the power to choose who gets access to your personal currency. By making a few simple software swaps, you renegotiate the terms of the invisible barter. You stop functioning as free inventory, and you actively starve the surveillance economy of its most valuable resource.